Today, guys, we're going to be reviewing the 2025 9th generation Camry. This particular model is the SE model in the Ocean Gem. We're going to talk about what's under the hood. We're going to talk about the options on the vehicle and what makes this vehicle the best bang for your buck. This particular model, you're going to have your LED headlights and you're going to have your LED tail lights as well. But notice the new design on the headlights here makes it very attractive. When you see that vehicle at night, you're wondering what exactly is that? That cannot be a Toyota. Yes, guys, it is a Toyota. It is defined, it is sexy, and guys, it's going to save you some money because now the Camry is a hybrid. It is not electric, it is hybrid. That means it's a joint venture between your gas engine and your hybrid technology. This particular model is shown in the Ocean Gem. That is one of the new colors on the 2025 Camry. Now, as you can see right around the left-hand side here, you're going to notice it does have the accent lighting. So if you're using your daytime running lights, guys, it looks really sexy at night or in the dusk hours. It gives it a very sort of distinct, very sexy look. So if you see this vehicle in the evening, guys, it is a very good looking vehicle. And yes, it's a Camry. You're going to have your honeycomb grille going across the SE here. It is a matte sort of look, but it gives you a honeycomb grille here. Very distinctive look. On the XSE, this will be color keyed here versus a matte sort of a black color here. And also you'll see your air curtains here. Not really functional or anything like that, but it does give you a very distinctive look in the SE model. This particular model here, as you can see, has the what they call an overlay that basically is taking those emblems and going from a chrome to a black. So it gives this vehicle even more identity, sort of ties everything in. Under the hood of the 9th generation Camry, you're going to get a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder. You can get a front wheel drive and a all-wheel drive in the Camry. So on the front wheel drive, you're going to get 225 horsepower. With the extra motor in the all-wheel drive, you're going to get 232 horsepower. So as far as your gas mileage, you can expect to get 48, 47 for your city and your highway. On the all-wheel drive, it's going to go down about 2 miles. You're going to get about 47, 46. So not too much of a difference, but you may want that extra horsepower, and that's what that all-wheel drive is going to give you in the Camry model. While we're under the hood, guys, notice on the hood here, you're going to get your sound dampening material. That's going to keep that vehicle quiet. Cuts down on some of that engine noise between the engine compartment and the cabin of the vehicle. Also back here, you'll see sound dampening material as well. Once again, that's keeping that engine noise in the engine bay here in the car and keep it out of the cabin of the car. Because this is a hybrid model, your battery, your auxiliary battery is not going to be here. It's going to be in the back side of the vehicle. However, when you go to jump that car, you're going to open up this fuse panel. You're going to see this little red tab here. You're going to flip that off, and that's going to expose that tab there. You notice it has a little piece of copper there on the left-hand side. You're going to put your hot right here. You're going to put your ground on one of these screws here, and that's how you're going to start your car. So in a hybrid, you're going to turn everything on. So turn those headlights on, turn the AC on, turn the radio on, and it's going to help build up that battery. With this particular wheel here, this is my favorite part of this car here, guys. I don't know about you, but I am a rim guy, so I look at the rims and then I look at the car. This changes this vehicle altogether. Your factory wheels on the SE is usually a 18-inch gloss black rim here. However, this one's been fitted with the upgraded wheels that typically is available for the XSE. However, that is available for the SE as well. This is a factory option, guys. This is a 19-inch tire here. It is a $1,700 option, but guys, it is well worth it because it changes the look of this car, gives you your 40 series tire here, and it gives you more. It gives you that low profile look here. Not as much meat on the tire, so you may want a little bit more sort of beefy tire, but this will give you more of a sort of a sporty look, which is what the SE is meant for. But it gives you this fantastic look on this rim. I think you'll be well pleased. The MSRP is usually around 35. This takes it to around 37. If you can't really afford the XSE, guys, this is a great option here to actually get the rim upgrade here. So I think you really like it. I love these rims. It totally changes this car. You know, skirting around the bottom here gives you sort of lowers the car a little bit, gives you more of a sporty sort of look. But guys, it is color key. Like I said, it really this color really looks really great on the SE. It is one of my personal favorites on the SE. Like I said, once again, this is called Ocean Gem. So the XP package here really is just an appearance package. It just changes your badging or the emblems black from chrome to black. So around the back side of the vehicle, of course, like I said, you get your LED lights here. You get your Toyota emblem across the back here. Once again, that is part of your XP package. That is your what they call an overlay. Turns those emblems from a chrome to a black. You also see your lower diffuser here. is a sort of a matte black as well. Have your dual exhaust there. I really miss the days where they actually have on the XSE, you had your quad dual exhaust, so you had 2 on this side and 2 on that side as well. Really made that car look awesome. But however, you still do have your dual exhaust here on the left-hand side of the vehicle. So underneath here, right here, of course, you see your Toyota badging. That's in black as well. If you look a little bit closer, of course, you're going to see your hybrid electric vehicle. You will no longer see a hybrid, the word hybrid on a vehicle. So it'll show you Beyond Zero right here. That is Toyota's promise to actually make vehicles that are safer for the environment, clean water, clean earth, clean air. So that's what that is for. And you'll see that HEV here, so stands for hybrid electric vehicle. So that's what that acronym stands for. Although I've seen options on the LE with the color key spoiler, the SE, that is standard. So plenty of room in the trunk here on the Camry. What I really love about the room in the Camry, they haven't sacrificed that regardless of the hybrid. So because the hybrid battery is actually under the second row seats, so therefore you don't lose room here. You got your tabs right here. You got another one to my right here, just behind me as well, where you can fold those seats down in the 60-40 split. But guys, also you have a full-size spare. You get a lot of manufacturers, they don't have a full-size spare. They go to a hybrid and then they give you a donut, or either they give you the filler. But the Camry has a full-size spare, guys. That is very crucial, because anytime you change your tire, you don't lose your safety. So you still have that safety even though you've changed your tire, because it has a full-size spare. So that's really Toyota's dedication to ultimate safety in any of their cars. And you have the sound dampening material up here in the trunk here, and that's keeping that cabin quiet. So that's a common theme that you're going to see all around Toyotas. You're going to see sound dampening material here. Typically you see it in the wheel wells, you see it in the engine bay, and also between the engine and the cabin of the vehicle. I also wanted to give you guys the side profile, just in case you're thinking about garaging that vehicle. You're going to need 193.5 inches of space if you're trying to fit that vehicle in your garage. Now, as far as your width, you're going to need about 72.4. So you have plenty of room for that. It's no wider than any of your previous models, maybe just by inches, a tenth of an inch or something like that. But that just lowers that vehicle and gives you that better ride quality. On the SE, you're going to have your integrated turn signals, color key mirrors, and yes, your blind spot monitoring is standard on all Camry models. So on the SE, you're going to get color key door handles with your auto lock and unlock. Now that is part of a convenience package, guys. That is not standard. Just because you have a push button start, Camry kind of messed up the curve. It used to be that if you have a push button start, you're automatically going to have your auto lock and unlock here. That is no longer the case unless you go to the XLE or XSE. With this particular model, you do have to have a convenience package to get your auto lock and unlock. Otherwise, anytime you grab that door handle, guys, it will not open. So make sure you get a convenience package if you want the auto lock and unlock. On the inside of the Camry SE, you can expect hard touch doors here. Got your soft touch material here, sort of a fabric there. That's different, right? So you got more hard touch material here. You got your window controls, your locks right here. This is going to lock your windows for the passenger in the back. Your window with your side mirror adjustment here. You have a 8-position seat here where you can actually adjust that 8 positions. You'll have your lower lumbar, just a 2-way lumbar here, just in and out. No power seat for the passenger. However, you can pump it up. So if you need to pump the seat up, you can on the passenger side. And if you need to lower it, just press it down and that will lower it. So you do have that function on the SE. However, no power seat. If you want those power seats, you're going to want to go to the XLE or the XSE models in the Camry. You have your sports cast pedals there in your SE model. You'll see that in the SE and the XSE model. You're still getting your automatic high beam lights, your lane departure, things like that. But also, you're still keeping your traction control. That's part of your safety, right? It works with the ABS brakes. That's part of your star safety system. You have your light adjustment for the dash, your trunk release. You also have your gas door release. Now that's going to be a 13-gallon tank, guys, and it's going to give you over 450 miles on one tank of gas here to get to where you're going. So really great fuel mileage, really great vehicle. Like I said, this vehicle is going to have your latest hybrid technology. So it's going to give you a lithium-ion battery. That is a smaller, more powerful battery that's going to give you that ultimate experience. And guys, it is a rocket. If you've never driven one, I think you really need to drive a Camry. You'll be surprised. Now, like I said before, you do have your high beam lights here. You also, if you're seeing here, you have your paddle shifters. That's going to shift your gears down here. So if you're driving, something like that, if you hit this left one here, it's going to shift your gears down. This right one is going to shift your gears up. Steering wheel is very standard to most Toyotas today. So you have your button that goes back from a sub menu to a main menu. Of course, it's going to be your Bluetooth. Your older models may have 2 of these here. You may have one where you can pick up and one that you can disconnect, but this one only gives you 1. So just press it once to pick up, press again to disconnect. This is actually going to navigate through your MID screen here, right? So this one has your volume control, your voice command here, so where you can adjust the fan speed, you can adjust the temperature, you can even tune to the radio if you know that radio station. So over on the right hand side here, you're going to see your adaptive cruise control or your constant cruise control. Your difference is one actually brakes and one doesn't. So if you don't like that where your vehicle brakes for you, just hit it twice and you're going to come up with your constant cruise control. Now be mindful, if you go to your constant, this set right here, you're not going to be able to set it until you're at 30 miles per hour, because anything below that is going to relinquish control to you. So with your adaptive, it's going to activate at 1 mile per hour all the way up to higher speeds. Over on the right hand side here, you're going to see your lane keep assist. So that's going to keep you in the middle of your lane. Doesn't serve as it doesn't drive for you. It will physically go around a curve for you, but it's more so if you're a little drowsy, that's going to help you stay in the middle of your lane. Right here, the plus and the minus, of course, you can go up 1 mile per hour at a time or down 1 mile per hour at a time. And because this vehicle has full range adaptive cruise control, that basically means that you can set this right here and the vehicle will stop. If a vehicle in front of you applies the brakes and stops, your vehicle will stop as well. You can do one of 3 things. You can hit cancel, or you can hit resume, or you can just tap the accelerator here and it will gradually pick up speed until you're able to obtain the speed in which you set it at. Going further down here, so you have your buttons here. So this is something you've seen on previous gens Camrys. This is basically allows you to change your radio, where you can scan between your radio stations and something like that. Maybe you save like presets that goes between those presets, or you can use your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto and go between different songs and stuff like that. So mode button, 2 different functions. If you press it and hold it, that will mute your radio or pause it. Same thing with phone calls. So that is a feature that we've had on the Camrys for a long time. Since around 14.5, Camry came up with a 14.5 that had this button here, but it had a little microphone on it with a line through it, indicating that it had a mute feature to it. However, that feature, that button disappeared. However, the function still remains. So press it and hold, that's going to mute. Press it once, you're going to jump between AM, FM, XM. 8-inch display here with your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It is wireless. However, you can tether it just by plugging in here. So if you got a passenger around with you, don't plug in here. Make sure they plug in here, so therefore they don't interrupt your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Wireless charging, that is standard. So no way to turn that off. So if you place your phone on there, it will charge, as long as it's an iPhone 8 or Galaxy S8 and above. Plenty of space here, so to place anything on, any keys, anything like that. So several cup holders here. Of course, you have your traditional sort of parking statuses here. And of course, you have your sequential shifting here. So shift it over. It is a 8-speed automatic transmission. So you have your Eco, Normal, Sport. That just changes your variation of the valve as it opens up and allows air in and out of the vehicle to produce horsepower or sort of conserve. You have your hold button that's going to hold your brakes in place for roughly about 3 minutes, and then it's going to relinquish control to your electronic parking brake. So, but your seat belt has to be on and the door has to be closed, of course. Your EV, because this is a hybrid, this allows you to engage your EV button, your electric vehicle, up to about 25 miles per hour. Anything beyond that is beyond the capability of the battery. So perfect for stop and go traffic, or if you're going through a neighborhood or something like that. It's a great feature for that, but you do have to have sufficient charge on the battery. So electronic parking brakes, that's something you don't see in the previous gen Camrys. So anytime you put it in drive here, it's going to disengage this button here. If you put it in park, it's going to re-engage. You can disable that. Just press down and hold it to disengage it, and then you have to pull this to actually activate it. Or whenever you put it in park, whenever you put it in drive, you have to disengage it. Or if you can pull it up on it, and it will automatically do that, guys. So all your Camrys are push button starts. So you have your traditional sort of buttons here for your AC. So you have automatic, where it ramps the fan up and down according to the temperature. Off, of course, you have your front defrost, rear defrost, side mirrors. You have your fan speed. You do have a dual zone AC/heat in all your Camry models, so that is standard. So you have your sync here, where you can sync to both sides. You have your recycle air and your AC. And this button here, this is your smart flow. So if it doesn't sense weight in the seats here, so it's going to shut off those zones off and channel everything over to you. If you're not feeling AC in the back vents, then make sure this button is off, guys. So make sure this button is not on. If that button is on, it's going to restrict the airflow from the back. Gloss black going across that sort of ties into that vent here, makes it a little bit more seamless. You have your automatic dimmer mirror with your home link. So if you have garages or something like that, you can actually sync that. So you have your LED lights up here where you can turn those on and off. And then of course you have your safety connect. So if you're in an accident or something like that or need emergency services, you can press this button here, and it's complimentary for 10 years, guys. So most people trade their car in about 5 to 6 years, but you have complimentary 10 years this right here, and it automatically called out local authorities, no matter which region you're in, to help them respond quick and fast to your location. So it has GPS technology. Also, notice the design on the seats here. So this particular one, you have a black color interior and you have a Boulder interior. The Boulder interior is going to be a light gray. So this one has the white stripe here. Some people may not like that, but it's a very unique design here. So you get more of a sort of a different design up here, but down here you have a sort of a uniform design other than the white stripe here. So I like it, but like I said, once again, if you want a gray color interior, you want to go with the Boulder color interior, and that's what you're going to get. In the back here, guys, on this particular model, you can notice, I don't know if you noticed that, but we've added the all-weather mats. They're about the same as the fabric mats, so we just choose to go with all-weather mats for our customers. They seem to enjoy those more. So you see your anchors up top, and you have 2 sets of tethers down at the bottom, so just in case you need those, guys. But once again, if you need to fold those seats down, you want to fold those down from the trunk back here, and it'll fold down in a 60-40 split. Your operation for your light there, so if you want those lights to come on with the door, just set it for door, and you can set that on for the door. You have your vents back here in the back, so it keeps your passengers nice and cool or warm. And then you have your USB-A and USB-C there on this particular vehicle. So guys, that is the SE model Camry in Ocean Gym with the rim upgrade. Just another FYI, if you're looking for a remote start, guess what, guys? It is standard on the Camry. That's right, I said it. It's standard on every last Camry model, even the LE model. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. Thank you for joining me right here and reviewing the 9th generation Camry in Ocean Gym. We'll see you next time right here on Your Drives.